I just need to start out by saying that this is probably one of my favorite episodes in a long time. Long time. Hi, hello, how are you? You're listening to I've Always Said That with your host, Brad Buckland, where we are recapping, analysing, hashtagging. We're not doing that. We're going through RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 11, episode 4, the start of the pink bracket, bracket 2. And lock in team, because this is such an incredible episode. So good, such an amazing group of queens, fun challenge, amazing lip sync. So we've got all the recipe for an excellent episode, and they delivered. I'm so happy. Breathe. Let's get straight into it. I've done the... I've only got the word recap in my head. I need to get the word recap out of my head, I swear to God. I've gone through all of these queens' intro looks, like their entrance looks. Oh my God, brain fart. All their entrance looks and all their promo looks back in my promo review. So I'll link it down below if you haven't seen that yet. Go back and check it out. But a quick recap. Crystal looking amazing. Selena giving us Golden Boot. Vivacious giving us Ornacia. April giving us Water, Puerto Rican Goddess. Or Mayara giving us Mechanic. I don't know why I get Mechanic from this. And Silky giving us her signature blue, which she loves to do in all her entrance looks. They all look amazing. They all look absolutely phenomenal. It's great to see some of these queens that we haven't seen in a while, like Vivacious and April. Always happy to see Silk with the good milk. Icon, love. And I'm so excited to see Selena STDs and Crystal Method. So excited. And it's such an amazing group of random queens put together, but I absolutely approve and love it, and I'm so excited to see what happens. So after getting the shock announcement that only the top 2 queens with the most points at the end of the bracket will be going through to the semi-finals, the queens enter the workroom and it is immediately into alliance talk. You can see it happening because the panic of them being like, crap, only 2 of us are going through. So we get this sort of inkling of alliances forming up here and there. We've got the Latina alliance with Selena and April, and they're trying to get Crystal in on it. But from this episode, it doesn't look like Crystal really wants to align with anybody but herself. I respect it, but also, is that going to be successful? I don't know. Aura and Selena also have a little chat because they're both season 15 sisters and they're probably going to look out for each other. And April also mentions possibly having a good rapport with Vivacious, even though she sent her home, it was ages ago, and probably calling on that favor of that relationship if it comes to that, you know? Vivacious actually asked Silky if it's her 3rd or 4th time, and fun note, she doesn't answer. She probably does answer, but it was left on the cutting room floor because once again, we are ignoring the fact that Canada vs. the world exists. Still haven't got a clear answer on why they're not referring to Canada vs. the world. Once again, if anyone has that tea, please let me know. I am very interested. It is in fact Silky's 4th time. Season 11, All Stars 6, Canada vs. the world, and now All Stars 11. So she is a huge threat to look out for, especially when, like they said, all the other girls in this bracket, this is only their 2nd time competing. So I think there is a big power dynamic there with Silky. The main challenge for this first episode of the bracket is getting into performance duets. So they have to write, record, duet performance with another queen and slay the stage with it. So we get some arguing over who gets what song. There's a rap song, an R&B song, and a pop song. I would go for the pop song because that's just probably what I know best, and I'm basic and simple. I'm aware, don't worry. Vivacious wants rap because she, what does she call it? She wants to just chant. Why she calls it chanting, I'm unsure, but I'm very much here for it. Aura wants pop, but the rest of them want R&B. The other 4, Selena, April, Silky, and Crystal, they all want R&B. Crystal's the first one to step back and she's like, you know what? I'll do pop. And I'm like, okay. So Crystal and Aura are going to do pop together. And I'm like, love. Interesting duo. Never would have seen it coming. Very curious just to see how this is going to turn out. And then the other 3 are fighting over it. But Silky, God bless her, she is the one that finally steps back and she's like, you know what? If I'm the queen that I say that I am, I can slay any of them. I'll do rap with Vivacious. And I'm like, period. Okay, Silk. Love to see it. So I think Silky and Vivacious, I think they're going to make a sickening duo. And then April and Selene. Wow, my words are just really flowing this evening, aren't they? Are going to be doing R&B together. So they're the 3 duet groups. As they're getting ready for the challenge, Aura and Crystal, Aura is just talking to Crystal about the MBQ points and any alliance / strategy that's going to come into play. And Aura's like, if we're in a situation where we're giving points, I'll give you my point, my girl. And Crystal's like, aw, thanks. Not committing to anything, not saying anything back. I'm like, that's so awkward. That's so funny. Crystal, just lie. Just lie. Like, you can, if the point ceremony comes up in the future and you don't give it to Aura, you can just be like, look, the situation changed. No, the first challenge hasn't even happened yet. But I also think that Aura needs to just like calm down for a second. Like, they're all seeming very desperate, on edge. And I mean, I would to be too. I'd be probably like going absolutely madhouse. So the first duet we get is Silky and Vivacious with their rap performance. So fun. The first thing I noticed that Silky's outfit is her promo look. As we know, Silky had issues with her promo look being delivered on time, so she had to wear, I guess, this look, which she wore in the show. It's a great look, very fun, love it. Love this look on Vivacious. It's so fun to just see her on our screens again, like giving us something new. I can only ever see her in that, I think it was like Game of Thrones inspired design challenge that she did on season 6, and then that big spiky Club Kid look that she got sent home in. They're the only 2 looks I really see Vivacious in. So I'm just like, yes, we're getting more of Vivacious, we're getting more imagery with Vivacious. Speaking of her, she is very stiff in her dancing capabilities, and she's an older lass. So like, can you blame her? No. I did see someone point out that the wig makes it look like she got a cone head going on, so I don't really know what's going on there, but work. Overall, such a fun performance. I think they both did super well. It was so great to see. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park and set the bar pretty high. I will say I'm glad they went first, because then the other 2 really did well. Especially these 2. April Carrion and Selena Estides doing the R&B song. Oh my God, so loved it. First of all, set design. We got like a purple bed and a yellow bed. April's in all purple, Selena's in all yellow. Also, they look amazing. April, that's who I want to be. She looks so incredible. Selena looks incredible. Selena's vocals, oh, amazing. I forgot that she could sing, and she can really sing. Like, obviously they've like auto-tuned it and everything, but she sounds so good. April cannot sing at all, as we saw her struggling in the getting ready for it and recording session. They've done a lot of work to it, and it doesn't sound terrible. Look, it doesn't sound great, but I think the performance and the energy just really kills it. They've got such great chemistry together on stage when they're like dancing with like the pit crew dancers, but then like dueling with each other. I'm like, the vibe is set so immaculately. I'm just like so completely obsessed. I'm sitting there the whole time, but there's this massive smile on my face. I'm just like, this is great. This is really great. I'm having so much fun. And I'm having a lot of fun. I think this is such a fun challenge. I was very unsure when I heard duet singing challenge. I was like, ooh, this is not gonna go good. But so far, this is super fun. Then to round it out, we've got Crystal Method and Aura Mayari giving us the pop song. And oh my God, they come around that corner with such a burst of energy straight away. Immediately, their outfits are killing it. I love Crystal's wig, the big like gray silver wig. So fun, and Crystal's really stepped it up in the performance department during her time away from seasons, killing it. And then their set is even more. They've got like the scaffolding and they're being pushed around while performing on scaffolding. And I'm like, is this a bit of sabotage? Why do they get scaffolding? April and Selena get beds, and then Vivacious and Silky just get a fan. What's the go there, you know? Anyway, they're really fun. Aura, amazing vocals. I think she sounds incredible, But Crystal really brings the charisma and it shines through in her performance. And you can tell that she's just having the silliest, goofiest, most fun time. And I'm just really thoroughly enjoying watching her. I am very aware that she is such a fan favorite, so I'm trying not to be biased when I'm viewing her on the show. But like objectively, she did really well and it was so fun to watch and to see. If I was ranking it by teams, I think my first team would be Selena and April. Like, I just thought it was such a good song, such a good performance, and they both absolutely nailed it. Yes, April's vocals could have been a little bit better, but you can't control that. Like, sorry, some people you just can't sing. I am one of those people. So I relate to her in that aspect. They would be my favorite team. Then it would be Crystal and Aura, and then Vivacious and Silky. But in saying that, they all did really well, and I don't think any of the performances didn't shine. I thought they all were so good, offered something different. I like that it was different genres of music, so we got a bit of everything in the episode. I thought that was really good. If I was rating them individually, I would have put Selena, Crystal, Aura, April, Silky, Vivacious, I guess. But like that Aura, April, Silky 3 could all kind of be interchanged. Honestly, they did really well. And yes, Vivacious is at the bottom of my ranking, but she still did really well. The only reason I put her down there is because she was a little bit stiff, and that's just ageist of me, I guess, because she's a bit older. So, sue me. Category is on the main stage, You better, what is something about butter? I don't know. The butter yellow butter. I need help. First up is Vivacious, and she is giving us looks. She's absolutely serving, bringing it to... I sound like the most generic gay I've ever sounded. She's absolutely serving, giving us looks. Sorry, but she is. She's coming out in this huge, almost like avant-garde fashion, beautiful butter yellow outfit. I can't even describe it. She says she has like this neckline going around to her back, and I'm like, what neckline? But I don't understand fashion, so maybe I'm just don't know what a neckline is. This weird headpiece. I do have to agree with Michelle. I don't like the yellow lip. I think it stands out too much. I wouldn't know how to fix it, but Michelle said a lip liner and then like shaded in. I'm like, in my head, I think that works. Sure. I think the look is really fun. I think it could have been refined a little bit more. It is very big, kind of wearing her a little bit. However, I think it's still amazing. Then we have Silky Nutmeg Ganache, and she comes out in this massive blob of butter. Like, you can't see that it's her. She's encased in this butter. And I'm like, well, don't really love that. I'm like, you don't need that, because then she comes out of the butter in this beautiful bodysuit with like fully bedazzled with melting butter, and then she's got this massive stick of butter like melting over her head and onto the bodysuit. I'm like, this is super camp. This is super fun. Love this. Polished. Absolutely beautiful. I don't think she needed the gag of the giant blob of butter. In fact, I think that just kind of took away from it. So I think she looks beautiful just in the bodysuit alone. Then we have April Carrion. She's giving us a character from a Puerto Rican festival, I believe she said. My issue with this look is it is not butter yellow. It's not. When you have a more simple category, I feel like you have to go conceptual with it. And she has. I think the concept is amazing, going back to her Puerto Rican roots. I think it's awesome bringing culture to the main stage. But it's not butter yellow. Like, it's not. She looks amazing. Like, her body is everything. Her face is stunning. I think the outfit is super cool, but it's not the right shade of yellow. So do with that what you will. Then we have the most improved award for Selena S. Titties. This is my girl. Oh, she looks so good. She looks so good. And she talks about how she's a giant tulip. She's wearing this beautiful gown with all these tulips on it, butter yellow, with these two massive like sort of petal things coming up, like almost encasing her head. It is so gorgeously done. And she's done tulips because it was her mum's favorite who's passed away. It's emotional. And I'm like, this is just Selena's episode. I think she's phenomenal. She's come so far in only like a few years. And from being the golden boot, like having the worst look in her original season to this standard, just speaks volumes to the amount of work that she's put in. I think she looks absolutely incredible. And speaking of looking incredible, we have Aura Mayari giving us this gorgeous Filipino-inspired look with butter yellow everywhere. The beautiful butterfly arm detail and what's that called? They don't call it umbrellas. It's like a little umbrella. I can't think of the term right now. Mugged out of her mind. Her makeup is so incredible. Like it's so crazy good. My one thing is I wish the hair was a little bit bigger, and I'm just like personal taste. I don't love the sculpted hair with like jewels on it. It's just not my thing. But the look itself is absolutely freaking crazy. I think it looks phenomenal. And then we have Crystal Method, and of course she comes out as a stick of butter. Like what else would she do? Of course she would. And she's kind of giving us like yellow Marge Simpson because she's painted yellow as well. And the stick of butter gown is somehow sculpted as well. That still gives her shape, which I think is really fun. But then she's wearing like straight up, like think Marge Simpson, but like straight up yellow hair, which is incredible. And then she's kind of got this like wrap around her, which is the wrapping that butter comes in. Her mind is just so crazy. And I think it's so easy for something like this to look messy and just not it. But she's done it and perfected her craft in a way where it looks so beautiful and incredible. Like when you look at it, it's simple, but there are so many things put into it. And I'm like, this is beautiful. My favorite looks, I think at the top would have to be Aura, then Crystal, Selena, Silky, Vivacious, and April. Overall, a great first runway for this bracket. So they go through the critiques, and they are indeed judging it via teams, not individually, which I don't particularly agree with, but what are you going to do? So the winning team is Team Pop with Aura and Crystal. They are the top two queens of the first episode of bracket 2. Personally, I would have given it to Crystal and Selena. I think this was just Selena's episode. We got so much great content from her, so much growth, the performance down, the runway down, personality down, story down. I thought that was really good. So I was really disheartened when she didn't win. Not to take away from Aura, I think she did amazing, but I would have given it to Selena. That's kind of contradictory, wasn't it? Sorry. So the top two lip sync to No More Tears, Enough Is Enough by Donna Summer and Barbara Streisand. I love when Drag Race introduces us to a song that just absolutely bop. That is absolutely a bop. I feel like a fraud for not knowing this song because obviously Donna Summer and Barbara Streisand are freaking legends. This song was so fun. I love when a song starts out slow, kicks it up a notch, and then also has a key change. That is how you just do music. That's how you do music. And what a fun lip sync. I think I've watched this lip sync like 7 times since the episode came out. So much fun. They both take different approaches. Aura is giving us energy, 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 whereas Crystal is really focusing on the words. She's giving us camp, like her lip sync look has an extra leg and an extra arm. Obviously, naturally, what else would Crystal do? But she's almost giving us fashion as well with this outfit that she's wearing. Oh my gosh, it's just so incredible. I think the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, I think Aura won. Then the second time I watched it, I was like, no, Crystal won. And I kept going back and forth, but now I think Crystal won. I think Aura's was just a little bit too frantic. Like she was giving us so much energy, and I think she just needs to like, not tone it down, but maybe just like refine it a little bit. Like she's got so much idea and going on of what she wants to accomplish in the lip sync that it's just kind of, everything's getting thrown at the floor and I'm thrown at the wall. And it just needs to be like pulled back and edited just ever so slightly. And then I think she'd have it down and she'd be a force to be reckoned with. Ultimately, Crystal Method is declared the winner of the first lip sync. And in hindsight, rightfully so. I think Crystal absolutely nailed it. I would have really loved to have seen what Selena did in this lip sync, but alas, I guess we'll never know. So, That means Crystal Method wins $10,000 and the coveted extra point, which brings her to a total of 3 points at the start of the bracket and her as the front runner. Aura has 2, and then the rest of the queens are currently on 0. But they have all been given a point in which they have to give away at the start of next episode. It's going to be very interesting to see if... I feel like because of the challenge being in duos, it's going to be very easy for the duos to just give it to each other. So Silky, Vivacious, vice versa, and then Selena and April, vice versa. But it'd be nice if someone mixed it up. I don't know. I don't think they will this early. I think that's too dangerous, especially with the type of challenge that it was. So overall, I really thoroughly enjoyed this lip sync and this whole episode, really. I had so much fun watching it. I'm so glad that these queens are back on my screen. I've wanted to see April for ages. I love Selena so much. Vivacious is an icon. Silky is just Silky with Silk with the good milk. Incredible. Incredibility of it all. I'm giving so much praise, and I know that's boring sometimes, but they truly deserve it. I think they did so well. And it also kind of makes me worried. I'm like, if this was such a good episode, I'm like, can they really do that again? I hope so. You never know. You know? You know. Let us know what you think of the episode if you agree with the winners or if you also thought that Selena should have won. I'm not going to let that go. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at I've always said that.pod. Follow us. It means a lot to me. Show me that you love me. I'm desperate. I don't care. It is what it is. I've lost the plot a little bit if you can't tell. This has been Brad Buckland for I've Always Said That for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 11. Thank you. You're welcome. Love you. Bye.